we're just going to do a quick tour from the train station of how you will get to Craven College campuses at Aireville and at the Auction Mart. So my name's Joanna, I work in the equine department, and this is Chalky. We've also got Jack with us and Jenny. Do you want to say hi?
Hi!
And we've also got Jess and George. So as you can see, we're outside the train station. So if you come on the train, you come into Skipton and then you come out of these doors and then we'll just follow the route through. So you can see that there's social distancing signs up at the train station. We're observing social distancing and these horses are really good. They've hacked loads of times, they've hacked this route and we've risk assessed everything. So if you want to follow us down, we'll go over here. Takes you into Skipton Centre, so quite a lot of places to go and get food down there, and the bus station is also down there, so you might want to come this way if you were coming on the bus. So we're just going to go across the road. Oh boy. And then you go across the canal bridge. Quite a few years now. He's a cob and really loves coming out, especially coming out first thing in the morning like today. Loves doing cross country, really likes working with the students. You might have seen him quite a bit on social media because when it was the Clap the Carer, he had a rainbow on his bottom and Jenny sat on him and did the Clap the Carers. So Jenny, do you want to talk about Jack?
This is Jack. He's a 14-year-old cob. He's only 13.3. He's suitable for our beginners all the way up to the more advanced of riders. He's fabulous on the flat work and jumping. Loves to go out hacking around the park and also loves cross-country in the field. He's just a superstar. Everybody loves him. He's got a little fan club.
Jess, do you want to say about George?
So this is George. He is a Welsh Section D and he is 8 now. So he came to college I think in the last 12 months and is really progressing in education, moving on to pole works, and he loves his jumping.
So we're just going to have a little trot through the park. Here you have a choice of options. You can either go straight on, takes to the leisure centre and through to college, or you can go that way to the right where it would take you up to the road and again through into the college. We're just approaching the playground area, so you would come past the playground and through this little gate. Once we've gone through the gate, we'll talk about the sports courses that are on offer at Craven. I thought it's a little Chalky can't go in there to help his fitness. So this car park in front of us is the Craven Leisure car park. So if you're on a sports course, you could come and park down here if you came by car. Over there is Craven Leisure. College are working in collaboration with Craven Leisure to provide a level 2 sports fitness course. So if you came on the level 2 course, which would then progress to a level 3 course, you would get a free membership at Craven Leisure. Like that, wouldn't we? So The students will utilise the facilities there. They have a fully equipped gym, a class studio and a pool, which is great. Right, we'll move on. So coming on foot to the college, we follow this footpath, go past Skipton Academy. Oh, Jack's keen to get home. So these are the steps up to the main Aireville campus. So as you can see, the sign is there, so you just go up those steps. I'm not quite sure me and Chuck will sit up there, so we'll go the other route. But that's the pedestrian access up to the main college site. That's another walkway into the college. So if you're coming by car, you will come off this route here. As you can see, we had open evening a couple of weeks ago. It's down there. Then you come up the hill. Oh, almost 19 steps up the hill. Really good. You go over the speed bump. Not too much of a problem, I don't think, on Horseback. And into the main college site. I'm afraid at the minute it looks pretty empty. Firstly because it's really early in the morning, and secondly because we're currently on the summer holiday period for students. So this is where you would park if you came to college by a car. If you were walking up, like we showed you, you would come up that path which comes up there. And here's the map that directs you around the college campus up here. So, the buildings up here are named after local areas such as the Three Peaks. So this building here is the Whernside building. So if you go down the steps and through those doors, it takes you to reception. In there is student services and the hub, also the library or the LRC, and classrooms and offices. So that's where you would go and get your student badge and report to. All of the entries into the buildings are based on your student pass. So you would need your student ID card on to get in and out of the buildings. Then we're moving on to the Ribble Head building. So down there is Ribble Head. So that is the construction building. So they do plumbing, joinery, brickwork, plastering. So sometimes we call on them to help do some repairs down on the yard. So quite a lot of apprenticeship students also come in there to that building. Moving on up the car park. We've got the Borough building. So this building on the left, in there we've got marketing, the radio station, art and design and media, again classrooms, offices. We've got MIS, Management Information Systems, the Vice Principal for Finance and Finance are in there, and also the Principal's office. So that then leads us on to this area here, which is adjacent to the Borough, and this is where, Chuck is having a look, it's where beauty, hair and nails will be based. So that's their purpose-built area. And if we go over here to the Penny Gent building, one of the newer buildings up here, the top floor is all for the, as you can see the side, the Institute of Technology. So that's all kitted out with brand new equipment ready for the students to work with and link to employers in the local industry. Again, offices, classrooms in there. And the Vice Principal for Curriculum, Anita, is also based in there. Oh, there. Morning, Emma! So we'll just go and have a chat with Emma. Emma works in the Animal Management Centre. So this building was opened just tell us what's inside here, because obviously we can't go in.
We've got a range of rooms. There's the reptile room, full of reptiles.
Yeah.
And then we've got an amphibian and an invertebrate room, so range of frogs, toads, newts, and a lot of invertebrates, stick insects, scorpions, spiders. Downstairs, a small mammal room with the hamsters, gerbils, dagoos, etc. Outside we've got goats, chickens, guinea pigs, rabbits, ferrets, I love with ferrets, and an aviary with a range of small birds. We're hoping to get larger parrot types, we'll see. Tortoises there, you can't see them through windows.
Oh, we might be able to, yeah. Right, we'll carry on with our hack. Thank you very much, Emma.
Thank you, Emma. Bye, Emma.
Bye.
Jack would want to go in there if he could, I'm sure.
So then there's further parking up here. And the MIS department, which is just up there, they actually look over the goats. So they can see those during the day. Sharky's not used to it, there's no car. As you can see, lovely views of the Yorkshire Dales up there. So a really nice place to study.
It's even nicer when it's sunnier.
Yeah, when it's sunnier, it's even more nice. Oh, morning! So because it's the summer period, quite a lot of work going on to develop the resources here. So this area here is where the refectory cafe will be for students, with lots of outdoor seating area. So we're just going to go out of this campus and then make our way back down to the Auction Mart campus. So the courses that are operated from this site are the equine courses and the motor vehicle and agricultural engineer courses, along with conservation, horticulture and tyro training. Excellent facility and resource for the students because there's loads of space, there's lots of employers based down here, so it's a real life working environment. On the right hand side, we'll just go and have a little look, so we'll just cross over the road. Have a little bit of a step up. Step up. Jack's got a little step there. This is the dry skills building. So in here there's tractors and machinery that the countryside students would use. Also some sheep in this building, and there's can you see the little path that takes you through to the local farm shop. So if you came into the Auction Mart, you follow this route down, and then at the roundabout you take a slight right, which takes you into the car park over there, and that's where you park. And again you take the right side, and the main college building is over to the right where reception is. And Barbara from Tyro is based at that reception. She's really helpful and she'll point you in the right direction. So this is the horticulture area on the left hand side. work with Michael Myers. And on the left-hand side just here are the steps that you would walk down. I'll just show you. These are the steps which bring you from the Aireville campus if you're on foot. So you come down those steps. So coming down is fine, just going up you need to get your speed on to get up those steps. So we don't go up those. Go this way round. So this is the Auction Mart Foreman's house, cottage. So he lives on site, and which is really handy and useful because he does late night checks around the auction. So if you were here to hear anything that he wasn't happy with on the yard, he could let Jenny or myself or one of the technicians know, and then we could come back and check on the horses. That we've had a new equine development path for planning permission. That will go over there. So great car park resource for lorries and visiting horses and trainers. This will be a purpose-built equestrian centre. Down there there'll be a large indoor covered arena and an outdoor arena with stabling and state-of-the-art facilities and resources for the students and staff to utilise. Hopefully also being a competition venue for the local equestrian enthusiasts. So new home chalky. So down the path, that takes you to the field where the horses go out. This area is just storage for the motor vehicle, land-based technology. Then we've got the stored haylage and the trailer. On the right-hand side we've got the mountain lot where we got on and the yard. We'll show you through the door to the yard later on. And then on the left-hand side, all these cars are used for their motor vehicle students. This first one is a hybrid vehicle, which allows students to work on electric cars and hybrid vehicles as they're becoming ever more popular in that industry. So they need to be able to work on a variety of different types of engines. So petrol, diesel, electric. Then we've got the tractors. So we've got the tractors here. They're the agricultural engineering students, and that's their workshop there. We've got two workshops. This is the tractor workshop and the car workshop is further down there. Classrooms are on the right hand side and offices. Then in here is the students' cafeteria, refectory for the students down at the Auction Mart, and also if you came to Cairo training you could visit that, or they have their own fully equipped kitchen as well. And this is Cairo training. So as you can see, we showed you where the car park was when we came in. That's the car park, so you would come past this stone wall, dry stone wall here, into Cairo reception, or the Auction Mart campus reception. In there they do apprenticeships. There's also lots of different courses like dry stone walling, pesticides, chainsaw, first aid at work. Lots of different courses that you can come to Cairo training to undertake. So we're just going to turn around and go back to the yard, back home. welding bays. Welding is one of the tyro courses, and also the students on study programmes use the welding facilities as well. I'm just going to hop off, then I can open the door to let you see the yard. Oh, actually, yard. So if we have a quick look around, we have the yard cat Schnoozles, which keeps everyone entertained. She's also supposed to do her job. This is Cal. So Cal is just munching on his hay. We don't have loads of horses in college at the minute due to the COVID-19 pandemic. A lot of the horses went home. Some of them will stay for summer, which is why these are here. As you can see, we have different shapes and sizes of horses, and we try to cater for different abilities of riders. Each horse comes on a very thorough trial before they work with the students to ensure that it's correct for the horse, correct for the owner, and correct for the students. So if we move on down the yard, as you can see, we've got the tractor for levelling the arena. Some really clean empty stables ready for next year. And then we go through from the indoor yard to the outdoor yard. At this moment in time, it looks very clean and very tidy because we don't currently have any horses occupying these stables. If you were to come to Craven College, these stables would have horses in. Obviously the horses are here for the students to use, and this just gives us a different perspective of management of horses. So the indoor stables are very open, and then the outdoor stables are more closed. We have rubber matting, different bedding types, different sizes of stables for the different horses. This is where all the waste goes to be moved away, all the tools are here, and then this is the indoor arena, which is where we do the majority of our teaching, our practical equitation teaching. In here we can jump, we can do flat, we can lunge, we can long rein, we can loose jump. The joy of this is that it is undercover. And then, but moving back into the indoor arena, Carl's wanting to join us. We have the feed platform up there, which is where the feeds are made. Students learn about nutrition, what the horses need. There's some informational posters. Quite a big store of shaving, since we don't have any horses in at the minute, or not as many in as we would do under normal circumstances. When you come in, if you come in as a student, you would come through the main door, and this is what you would see. We have a tack room with all the necessary tack and equipment in there. Everything is labelled up so it's easy access. And currently we're just getting a new washing machine, so that's quite exciting because the new washing machine is just being plumbed in. So I really hope that you find out some information that you need to know today, and we really hope to be seeing you soon. Thank you very much. Bye.